Hello and welcome, Magic lovers. This week's Rogue Saturday is Krenko Mob Boss. This deck was submitted to me by a viewer, Not Good MTG. Submitted a few decks for me, and this is one of them. This is one of the ones that I was the most excited to try out because I've seen Krenko played a few times. There was a guy that I haven't seen in a few weeks that I affectionately referred to as Krenko Guy, who played this perpetually. Just every time I ran into him, he was playing Krenko Mob Boss. He obviously really enjoyed that deck. So it's a really cool Goblin Tribal deck, and Krenko, obviously, if it goes unanswered, which is a bit much to ask for in this format, but if it goes unanswered, it can get out of control really, really quickly. Because it's kind of like an exponential gain. Well, I mean, yeah, you get 2 times as much every time you tap him. So it's a really awesome commander when you can get it to work. I'm not sure if it will work, but that's what we're here to find out. All right, I got a match. I am on the draw. I'm playing against Keranos. I'm going to keep this. Actually just played against this opponent, but they didn't hit red land for many, many turns, and I just killed them. And that wasn't a particularly interesting match, so probably not going to use it. Alright, they draw a card. Alright, I draw another land. I don't really want to play the Cavernous Souls yet. Plays into like a Wasteland or a couple other things that these decks almost certainly play. I don't want them to know that that's what they're dealing with. I think I probably do want to use it for the Lookout. Still have to worry about Pyroclasm type effects and whatnot. I maybe could have waited another turn. I hope I'm not punished for that, because it's just a 1/2. It does have a good ability on it, but it's not going to be relevant for a little while. Goblin Sharpshooter isn't really doing it. Neither of these cards really do anything, because this deck doesn't play creatures. Field of Ruin. Aptly punished. I mean, at least we can resolve the Matron. First strike and trample. I can wait and do that later. I don't know what I'm getting here. Might just be a chieftain or something. Alright, Grenzo. Grenzo might be pretty good. One less in haste. Or where's the other one? There's a couple of them. Goblin King, +1/+1, and then the Chieftain. Haste is +1 in haste. I think I want +1 in haste. Well, Grenzo would still be very good. It's gonna get countered. gonna do it anyways. Do I dare? First strike and trample and can't be blocked by token. So I get in for an extra 2 damage. I'm gonna say no. I don't want to overexpose myself. Alright. They probably need to do this. Let's pop up the matron. That might help them make a pyroclasm or something work. Or a sweltering suns. Fun. Glad I didn't play into that too much. I mean, I did kind of play into that, but there's only so much you can do. It says Pro Blue. So this actually can't be hit by Keranos. Remand. Alright, that's too bad. There's Keranos. I'm pretty much wrecked at this point. That card is fairly unbeatable in this deck. So I could play this and just pray. I think I'd go for that. There's a 40% chance it doesn't die. But my opponent's drawn a lot of lands. And they probably have an answer for it anyways. Oh, it's not dying to that ability. Not yet. Shackles. Alright. That's so awful for me. Alright. Number of goblins on the battlefield. Yeah, I don't think I can ever beat this. I'm hoping to hit another... No, then it still doesn't. Yeah, I can't ever beat the shackles. Alright, I got a match. I am on the play. Playing against Nissa. Alright. I can probably keep this hand. Not the greatest in the world, but I don't have any goblins in my hand to hit with the Goblin Lackey. But it might put them in enough fear that they block with an elf or something. Alright. Gonna attack. See if they actually block. I doubt it. But they, yeah, okay. I accept that. That's pretty good for me, actually. I'm going to go ahead and play this medallion because it's awesome. Open up the commanders there. Cavernous Souls. On Elf, I assume? Is she an elf? Yeah, she's an elf. They chose elf. They have Priest of Titania. Alright, that's pretty darn good. Yeah, I'm gonna play that. Alright, they did hit a Yavimaya Hollow. Yavimaya Hollow. And then they Reclamation Sage. Well, I'm not gonna block. Alright, that's pretty good. Let me kill these things before they can untap with the Yavimaya Hollow. This thing's amazing. I don't know why they ever thought that this would be fair. I don't want to use its ability. I don't want to leave it like going for 1 damage. Like I might be able to kill a creature. Let's put that on the bottom. So it doesn't untap on my upkeep, so I need to, I don't want to just attack with it. Alright, there's Nissa. This Siege Gang Commander into Krenko is going to be pretty awesome. Then, oh, this Dust Bowl is supposed to be Rishadan port. Still don't have one. So that's a lot of, oh, and I get the Scry one. That's awesome. Path of Ancestry is a little awkward in a deck that wants to use its mana so well. But, it's powerful. Alright, I'm definitely going to take this Goblin Warstrike. And create 3 tokens. And say go. No reason to do anything else right now. Krenko goes exponential pretty darn fast. So I'm going to shoot them. Do I cancel? Let's make a bunch of goblins first. Get this out of the way. I know we can regenerate it, but it still gets it out of the way. Attack with all these guys. How many goblins do I have? I think I have enough to just kill them. This is 9, this is 19, yeah. Deals damage to target player, each field a number, yeah. Alright. Alright, I got another match. I am on the play. I am playing against Rafiq of the Many. Yeah, I think I can keep this hand. Play Mountain Sledder. Impact Trimmers might be pretty good. Opponent plays a tap land. Yeah, we'll get in. Gonna want some more goblins and whatnot to make this Impact Tremors good. But doing alright so far. Rafiq of the Many. Opponent plays Evolving Wilds. I believe I've expressed my feelings about that a couple of times. And let's play this 1,000-Year Elixir. Do you actually have a Spell Piercer or something like that? Force Spike? Or are they just... I mean, it's Evolving Wild, so... Alright. It resolves. I wonder if our goblins have resolves here. Seems unlikely. No reason to tell them we have a wasteland. All right, that's pretty awesome. Okay. Probably want to auto yield to that. Can't untap this guy yet, but next turn it's going to be pretty darn good. Yeah, if they're just playing Rafiq of the Many, it doesn't do all that much. I might actually Fire Blast it. Let's auto yield to this. All right. Let's play the Goblin. Let's Wastelands. Let's hit this thing. I think I am going to go for this. Oh, I forgot about leaving a mana untapped for Krenko. That actually probably would have been better than this Goblin Wizard. Pretty sure that set my opponent back pretty far. It set me back a little bit as well, but I'm in pretty good position here. Opponent evokes a Muldrifter. I don't think that's going to work well for them. They're taking a lot of damage here. I definitely should have been left open the option to untap the 1,000-year elixir. Alright, they play Simic Growth Chamber. I can Ghost Quarter that. I think I might. Alright, there's 5 more damage there. I think they're dead, actually. I don't think I need to Ghost Quarter anything. They have set 9 cards in hand. Yeah, let's just attack. How do I... Don't attack. There we go. It wouldn't let me... Yep, Impact Trimmers turned out being really good. Okay. Alright, I got another game. I am on the play. And... Okay. I'll keep it. Playing against Ayli. Haven't seen her in a while. Got nothing to do on turn 1, fortunately. Opponent plays Swamp. I'll probably lead off with a Pile Driver. Although I could just play the Artifact Destroyer. They both do the same amount of damage next turn. Yeah, I'm going to play the Tinkerer. Not especially convinced that that's a good card. Alright. That artifact deals damage equal to its converted mana cost. So the following turn, after we play the Automaton, we could conceivably kill that for free. Of course, that would be the turn that we played Krenko. See what happens. Seems likely that a white-black opponent is going to have answers to Krenko. Nope, they're using the mana anyways. Falconwrath Noble. I think I want Krenko. I'm a little worried about that mana rock, but I mean, Krenko. I probably should have attacked first. Might have changed their decision making in some way. I don't think there's any way they block. You gain life equal to its toughness. Sacrifice another creature only if you have 10 or more life than your starting life total. You got an answer for Krenko? Alright. Endrick, huh? I'm going to play this arms dealer. I'm going to create some tokens. I'm going to sacrifice one of these guys to kill this thing because I'm a little worried about that. That can get out of control pretty quickly. They're going to gain some life from both of these. But I can kill the Falconwrath Noble soon enough. They shouldn't be able to get 10 more life than their starting life total in the next turn or two, I don't think. Unless they have Martyr or Sands or something stupid, but they only have 4 cards in their hand anyways. I don't think anything else gains you that much life. Unanswered Krenko is an amazing card. Like, it's just a Noiter Priest. Alright, so they're like a tokens deck. And that's cool. And tokens and life gain. Alright. Oh, I don't think I let that thing live. Alright, opponent says go. I'm going to make a bunch of tokens. And then I'm going to wipe their board. I could just hit the mana rock. Clearly, oh, no. Let's start with this thing. Because of the life gain. This arms dealer is freaking amazing. It's almost better than Siege Gang Commander. Alright, the noble's dead. Kill Ayli. I don't think I care about the Anointer Priest. Sacrifice another creature. Okay. Oh, this comes back as a 4/4? Is that how that works? Oh no, it's just a copy of it. I'm going to kill this thing. Okay. Opponent packs it in. That's a lot of damage. And if they don't have an answer to Krenko, pretty sure they're dead next turn. Actually, they'd need a Wrath. Alright, I got another game. I am on the play. I got Purphoros, and I have a Blood Moon. And only one creature. I'm going to mulligan this. Chromox, Arms Dealer. No, I'm going to keep it. Need to scry into a land pretty badly. All these cards are really good, though. I don't know what I want to... I can play that turn 1. But then I am not guaranteed a land. I'm going to... Oh, no, I can't play it turn 1. Oh, that's so awful. I just guarantee myself I won't draw a land. Oh. Alright, well, I can play it turn 2. I was thinking I was on the draw for some reason. Gonna get rid of the arms dealer, I think. Shared animosity is so awesome. Probably just dies. Well, for some reason, nobody's had removal today. Alright, dragon fodder. No, that's not a good trade. But this is a good creature. Oh, they all have Mountain Walk. Oh, that sucks. And they all get +1/+1. No, I don't have anything in my hand. At least I can give, put the Skull Clamp on the Double Striker. It's a lot of damage. Sacrifice a creature for mana. Okay. Yeah, it's not going to be a lot of blocking going on this game. Well, I'm going to play the Shared Animosity. So it does more damage than the Skull Clamp. Does a ton of damage. So I'm hoping I'm winning the damage race here. It's always yield to that. So that's 9 damage, so they're 4. It's not bad. Alright, let's see what they do in turn. And then I can possibly equip the Skull Clamp or play Krenko. I assume Purphoros is coming down soon. If I draw a good goblin, I can just put it into play. So that's pretty awesome. Opponent, Purphoros. Yep, there's Purphoros. Big Daddy Purphoros. The Perforator. The Perforator. Oh. You may search your library for a goblin card. Reveal that card and put it in your hand. So what do I want to get? There's probably something awesome. I'm leaning towards Siege Gang Commander because it costs the most, but there might be something that's even better. There's Sting Scourger, and yeah. Beat Back Cheap, Ib, Grenzo, Goblin Ringleader. would give me a bunch in my hand. And it's a 2/2 with haste. Goblin Rabblemaster doesn't trigger this turn. Goblin Chieftain would pump everybody up. I mean, I think the Ringleader has the highest potential upside, but Siege Gang Commander is the biggest guarantee. I'm going to get the Ringleader. Alright, so another 9 damage. This is a 2-turn clock right here. They have Mountain Walk. Oh, other ones. Oh, I'm a fool. Man, these old templating, I'm just not used to it. Well, I can't hit anything that would make this happen. Make this block good for me. Well, alright. We hit 1. It's a good one, but only hit 1. Oh, the other one actually died. I forgot because the Goblin King went away, so it became a 1/1, and it died itself. So that was a decent trade. I mean, it's not the best trade in the world. You certainly want to be doing better than that. So Beetleback Chief, and we take some damage here. Destroy X target artifacts. Yeah, I'm not interested in doing that. I'm interested in just getting right in. Let's play this thing first. So this thing, if I attack with 3 creatures, it becomes a 3/1. If I attack with 4 creatures, it becomes a 4/1. And then no amount of blocks can get it through. But then I'm sacrificing this thing. Yeah, no, it's fine. This thing doesn't pump up my creatures. And it makes, like, all my creatures, like, just do tons of damage. They have to block basically everything. They don't have to, but... And I can just tap Krenko on my turn. Alright, so the 4/1. That's just a chump. Okay. They added it all up and they see that it's bad. So we won the race. Alright, I got a game. I am on the draw. I'm playing against Nissa. Hand's passable. I don't have a 2-drop. Ooh, they have a Chrome Mox. That's not good. Oh, it gets exiled and onto the board. Alright, so Eternal Witness. And then you got another Into the North. Jeez. Alright. Playing against this super ramp hand from Nissa. 4 mana on turn 1, and we're playing a 1/1. It's a Skirt Prospector. It's good. But it's going to take a couple turns to set that up, and we might already be so far behind that it doesn't matter. If they're just playing Nissa, then that's kind of cool. It's not too bad for me. Looks like they actually needed that land. I'm not attacking. I was thinking about sacrificing it, but that doesn't get me anywhere. Because I still need the extra mana for the goblin. You know, if I play Goblin Chiefs in this turn, I need the extra mana for Krenko. Here's a Nissa. Untap target land. It becomes a 4/4. 5/5. Alright. I might have to play Krenko next turn. It's still pretty slow. Oh, actually, Goblin Chieftain has haste. I think that's the right answer. And it gives Krenko haste. It speeds everything up. So let's go ahead and do 4 damage to Nissa. Think it can survive a few blows from the forest till I get this Krenko online. And then it's creating at least 3 tokens unless they have removal, but they don't really have much. Opponent user into the north for a forest and not for Maltaronum. Exploration, okay. Doesn't worry me too much when they're down to 3 cards. Untapping a land. Alright, so I can't do anything special with Goblin Battle Driver because I need all these do I make them and swing with them? I think so. I sacrifice one of them, which makes everything go a little bit slower. But I need to get rid of this Nissa. I don't think they want to block with Nissa. They might. Alright. They want to block with Nissa in order to save the Nissa. I'm okay with that. Next turn I can do some pretty gross things with this Ogre Battle Driver. Duplicate. Well, shoot. Alright. Oh, okay. All right. I'm not sure that was correct. It definitely makes my... I mean, it's good, but Krenko, I think, is better. Ooh, that's an outstanding card as well. Let's play the Battle Driver. Not a goblin. Still awesome. Alright, opponent packs it in. I mean, it's a lot of damage, but I don't think it kills them. They clearly were running out of cards pretty quickly, and this Nissa was never going to get to do that much. So, well, okay. Alright, I got another game. I am on the play. Playing against Kambal. Alright. I don't like this hand at all, actually. I'm gonna mulligan it. I'm gonna keep this one. I don't think that does anything for me. I'm not gonna have any goblins in my hand by the time. I'm not going to have any goblins in my hand no matter what. It's so easy to just burn out your whole hand with this deck. I think the Gem Palm doesn't do anything. I think the Warren Instigator doesn't really do anything either, but there's a couple other 2-drops I'd rather that be, but you know. It's been good in previous games. If I draw another land, or if I draw a big goblin. Alright, a cloth. So I drew a 4-drop instead of a land or a goblin. Could have at least been a 4-drop goblin. Opponent probably thinking they're lucky stars that I don't have a goblin, but I only have 2 cards in my hand. It's probably not entirely surprising. Opponent plays Lightning Greaves. Goblin or land, goblin or land. Alright. I don't have to pay mana for that? Oh, no, I don't have to pay mana for that. That's fantastic, actually. That's really, really good. Because I got to do that. That's pretty awesome. If I draw a land, my opponent takes a ton of damage with Purphoros. If they don't kill Krenko. Alright, well, we... Foundry Street Denizen has haste. I mean, I guess I might as well play it. skeptical of some of these 4-drops like Koth. I mean, I bet there are some times when it's going to be really good. Alright, there's Kambal, which is just blocks everything I have very, very efficiently. Except potentially Koth. Or do I play Purphoros first? 4/4 red, it's still land. And mana. Mountains you control have. Yeah. I think I'm gonna go for it. So this land doesn't have haste. So is it this one? Newly controlled. It's the top one. Okay. I'll take 2 damage. Newly controlled. So untap target mountain. This one. And then attack with it. Do I also attack with these things? Nah. Now they're good chump blockers, and they're good with Krenko, which I'm now 1 mana away because I can untap a mountain with Koth. And if I can get to Koth's ultimate, search your library for a basic land card, reveal it, put it in your hand, and shuffle your library. I don't think my opponent wants to attack. Nope, they do not want to attack. Alright. I'm going to play Purphoros before I play this thing. Purphoros is not a creature. I believe Purphoros is active, yeah, but it doesn't have trample. Or it doesn't have haste because it's not a goblin. Untap target mountain. Doesn't matter which one. I still don't think I want to swing in with these other goblins. At the beginning of your end step, if you control 7 or more lands, transform it. Untap target attacking creature and opponent controls. Put it in your hand. Okay. It's one of the new cards from Ixalan. Not seen that one before. So they get a swamp. I did see it. I didn't notice the other side of it. And I've never seen it in play. Doesn't necessarily make it bad, but it does seem a little slow right now, and my opponent packs it in. Yeah, they're going to take a lot of damage next turn. Whether I get Krenko out or not. If I get Krenko out, then they're just dead flat. Alright, I got another game. I am on the draw. I don't think this hand is very good. I'm going to mulligan it. I'm going to keep this. It's not great. I'm going to put that on the bottom. I'm going to hope to draw into some things. I'm playing against Kambal. Alright. I believe this is the same player I played the last game. Alright, Blood Moon might be pretty good. Still rather draw a goblin. But there's a chance that Blood Moon actually does something real. They're only 2 colors though, so they may be playing a decent amount. I mean, usually 15 of their lands will be basics at least. So I doubt they're going to go for a basic with, you know, a flooded strand though. Pro Medallion. Alright, a mox or a goblin. A big goblin would be nice. Not a land. Chromux. Alright. I have to get rid of Purphoros to do that, though. I asked for a mox, didn't I? It's probably pretty good. Okay. That's... I think it gets us to Krenko next turn. Alright, there shouldn't be any way they can cast Kambal this turn. They do have a basic swamp. Merciless Executioner. Alright. No. I don't think I'm going to play the Tinkerer. I can play Krenko this turn. I can play the Tinkerer next turn and then tap Krenko. Let's hope my opponent doesn't have removal. Or at least not removal they can cast. 2 swamps. Did they let me in tap? Alright. Seems pretty good. That's pretty good too. So I can, assuming my opponent doesn't interfere with me, which they're thinking, I can cast this when it's in play and this ability is on the stack. I can create a bunch of goblins and they will all get +1/+0 and haste. Just like that. So that's pretty awesome. So that's 10 damage. And I forgot to play a land. Let's hope that doesn't bite me. Opponent plays a mountain called Godless Shrine, and they do have the Damnation. Well, Damnation, if I draw a land, then I'm really being punished for not playing my land last turn. I was hoping they didn't have that. Alright, Metallic Mimic's good. It's actually pretty darn good. We're definitely too lazy to type, but typing clearly would have been faster. Alright, let's say go. Opponent says go themselves. Can I get a land? I hit a Chaos Warp. Alright. I don't think I'm going to use that on anything they have in play right now. I could Chaos Warp my own things. I don't think that's right. I need these lands. It seems like I've shut my opponents at least half of their deck down. They haven't drawn a plains yet. Alright. Let's just attack first. So that plus Metallic Mimic, if I get on tap with this, it's pretty nuts. So they got a mountain called Windswept Heath. Looks like, yep, they're conceding. Got another game. I am on the play. I am playing against Breya. And yeah, this looks keepable. Yeah, I can definitely keep this. Let's go ahead and play the Chirurgeon. Is that how goblins pronounce surgeon? Perhaps goblins are good for something after all. Nope, they're not. Opponent plays Sacred Foundry, which is a mountain. No guts, no glory, right? Let's play the Goblin King. This one doesn't give you haste. Or my Goblin's haste. It doesn't give Krenko haste. That's what really matters. So, otherwise the Chirurgeon wouldn't actually attack for anything. I love the flavor text. Goblins have some of the best flavor text. Alright, are we eating a counterspell on our Krenko? Are we going to be able to cast Krenko? No. Alright, let's just attack. Snapcaster Mage. Alright. Gonna regenerate this guy. And sacrifice this. Yep. Maybe I should have played this guy first. Alright. Didn't expect the Snapcaster Mage. But, nobody ever expects an Ambush Viper. Opponents plays Dust Bowl and a Dimir Signet. Talisman of Progress. Alright. It's a lot of mana. Can I draw a land? A land. Alright. I could go for Hellrider. I think it's a bit early for Hellrider. I can do a lot of damage with Hellrider in the future. Seems like there's a decent chance that Krenko is dying. But I have to try. They play another land. They have enough to play Breya and sacrifice the 2 birds to kill Krenko. Which is actually supremely good, because then they have a 4/4 blocker. And I'm pretty much stalled out at that point. I do have a Ringleader, which might refill my hand. Although they're pausing, which means they might not have drawn that extra land. Opponent plays Duretti. I assume they're going to use it to kill Krenko, because if you don't kill Krenko with it, it's really bad. Yep. At least we get a kill Duretti. And a Wasteland. Alright. That sucks, actually, because I need another land in order to play any of the cards in my hand. Alright, well that's pretty good, actually. That's actually exceptional. Let's attack Duretti and attack their face. So you go after my mana, I go after yours. Fair is fair. Alright, they played a Steam Vents untapped. And then Nahiri. They can kill a creature. Okay. Let's hope we can get this Ringleader going. Ah, come on. Alright, well, I'll play it. Let's attack Nahiri. And hope they don't have the mana to cast Breya. Because I'm pretty screwed if they have the mana to cast Breya. They do get an extra draw here. And that's the mana to cast Breya. Dang it. Well, I still have... No, I don't really... Krenko doesn't do that much against Breya. Opponent's at one card, but Breya's so good it doesn't even matter. And I don't draw a land. Yeah, I'm absolutely screwed. I'm not even sure drawing a land would have done it for me. But my opponent had a really good draw. I missed like one too many land drops. I did get wastelanded. Come on. Is that like all the 4-drops in my whole deck? Do I... Yep. Sometimes you stall out. You don't draw the lands you need. Your opponent draws all the lands they need despite you destroying 2 of their artifacts. That Bifrost looked pretty good at the time, but... I'm super dead. I can't beat Breya. Like, yeah. I'll give it one more draw, but I don't think there's any cards in my deck that beat Breya. Especially not against this. Maybe if I draw a land, I can play this Ringleader, and then maybe that'll help. The Beetleback Chief is decent. And I draw a useless card. I'm just going to pack it in. Breya's a good deck. No surprises that I lost to it. So that was a crazy bunch of matches. I actually had three opponents who just like quit prematurely. Like the games weren't even like decided on either end. You know, one opponent actually played a prime time and then just quit. And so I don't. I mean, it's almost the holidays. You know, maybe people just don't have their heart in it. It was a pretty slow day on Magic Online. I definitely don't think the decks I played against were terribly indicative of what the format's going to be like. A lot of the rogue decks I was playing against just didn't really have the removal to deal with Krenko, which, you know, at least I got to see Krenko go off. That was pretty awesome. We got to see Krenko go off quite a bit. Krenko might be pretty good against Nissa, as long as Nissa doesn't ramp really super fast. I don't know. It's hard to say based on two matches. But it seems like, you know, if they can't hit the ramp, which is a big ask from Nissa, because, you know, that's what the deck does, that, you know, they don't have removal to deal with Krenko, and, you know, so there's that. And then, obviously, against the heavy creature control decks like Keranos and Breya, this deck's going to win a very low percentage of the time. Just, you basically, they have to have an awful draw. You know, if a deck can draw consistently 2 or 3 removal spells in the course of, you know, the first 8 turns, 10 turns, something like that, it's not going to go well for you. Against Kambal, you know, he drew 1 removal spell in each of those games, and that wasn't enough. So, you know, I mean, you can still kind of go off if they only can draw 1 removal spell, but if somebody's packing a lot, like that critical massive removal spells, against Timna, you're probably going to have the same kind of problem. But maybe you'd be able to put enough blockers in front of Timna that they can't gain that massive card advantage that allows them to draw in all the removal. Who knows? Didn't play against it, you know. But it's a fun deck. I can see why Krenko guy played it so much. It's really cool when it works. It's really amazing. It's very draw dependent though. There are some really bad draws in the deck, and you really want to draw like a Lord or a Haste Enabler or a few other things. You know, there's some cards that really help you go off, and then there's the rest of the deck. So when you draw those really good hands, things are going to go really well. What I will say is that I was constantly like just playing out my whole hand within just a few turns, and I felt like I was just way behind and I didn't have enough on the board. But I ended up being okay in a lot of those matches. I don't know if that's indicative of anything at large, you know, because, you know, it's a pretty small sample size. But, you know, I mean, it's interesting the way the deck plays out. I'm not used to. It's not like Zergo, where once you played out your hand, you're pretty much dead in the water. At least this is more like a combo deck where everything's on the board. It's very strange how it works like that. So I guess it's like a little bit closer to Affinity or something like that. But it's a cool deck. If you want to have some fun in the tournament practice room or the for fun room, probably in the for fun room you can have a lot of fun with this deck, and people wouldn't be too angry about you playing this. And there, you could probably shift out some of the cards and, you know, make this fairly budget. I wouldn't take this to a tournament or anything like that because I like my money and my play points, and I don't think this can consistently win 3 out of 5 matches. Even though he did go 7-2. I think you're going to run to a lot more of the Timnas and the Breyas and the Keranoses of the world in a tournament than you will in the tournament practice room or in the fun room. So, yeah, if you want to have some fun, though, definitely I recommend people checking this deck out and trying it in the practice rooms. And so I'm not going to have a deck of the week this Monday, which is Christmas. I'm doing stuff all weekend. I don't have time to film that one, but I will be back Wednesday with more rogue goodness. So until then, thank you guys for watching. Have a good night.